Okay, this is Ken Urban, CSC 125. We're in the middle of working on our date class. So far, we just have basically a stub set up which just compiles. That's the whole point of what I've done so far, is that I just have it, it just compiles and runs. Now we need to start thinking about actually making the code work. So the first place I'm going to look is in the header file. Right here's our date class. Now, what does a date look like? Well, just as a start, let's start with a month. A day. And a year. I've made them both integers. Maybe I could have made other choices than that, but we're just doing basic classes, and we can always refine it as we go on. Notice that I begin all the private variables with my. Later on in the code, if I see a variable that begins with my, I know that it's a member of the class, and that's where it is. The other thing that we need to have in this to move along is the guard blocks. So I'm going to kind of put my own in there. The file is called date.h. So the guard block should be based on the name of the file. And I like to use underscore as well. Pound define should always be all caps. So I use underscore. So as long as these two match, it matches the file name. I wouldn't consider using it anywhere else. We're fine. So I've added the guard blocks in, and I have some private data in there. And whoops, that's not what I wanted. Let's save this. I've made a change. Let's see if it compiles. I'm going to kind of use the up arrow. Okay, everything still compiles. Let's go back and modify the print now to see that all the stuff I have in there is doing what I need to do. Okay, so I'm back into the date. And we'll kind of do with the formatting. We'll do month first, slash, day, slash, and we'll put the year at the end, and then we'll end it. I'm not going to put any end L's in here because you may want to print this like in the middle of a line, or in the middle of a sentence with stuff before it and after it. And if I put a new line in here, every time I print it, there's always going to be a new line. So printing the date just prints the date without any extra stuff. So let's save that. We'll exit. We just made a change. Let's compile it. Let's run it. Get good at hitting those up arrows. Okay, and I got some funky number, right? It's integers, so it's whatever happened to be stored in memory. So next piece, let's go put in some constructors. A constructor will assure us that the date is always going to be valid. Right? So the constructor matches the name of the class, right? So the constructor is called date. The name of the class is called date. And date.h and date.cpp. We've written a constructor. Let's put it in here. The constructor never has a return type. And we're going to set my month equal to January and my day equal to the 1st and my year equal to, I don't know, 2000. Sounds good. So the default date is going to be January 1st, 2000. If there was a reason for doing it, this would be a perfect place for the comment. And I would explain, maybe it would be a great place to explain why. I don't have a reason why. So, do that. We're going to write out, we're going to save it, we're going to exit, and see if it all compiles. 8.0. Alright, so we got 122,000, and it still says done in there. So let's kind of fix main CPP to look a little better. Alright, so it's going to say the date is whatever date we have. Compile it. Run it. That looks a little better. Right, so now we have a date in there. So now we have some idea of the data in here. Let's go add in our mutators and assessors. So after the constructor, I'm going to skip a line and put in my, well, setters and getters. Set month, it's an int. I'm sorry, it's a void. What am I doing? Because you don't need anything back. Set day. Notice I like to call the parameters data. Okay, so there's my setters, or my mutators. Let's write the getters now. They don't have any parameters. Okay, so I've got them in here. See if I can cut and paste them into the other file, right? And I'm going to put all those now. I need to actually write the code for them. It'll be pretty easy, so I can do that. If you know about inline functions, just chill until next time. Okay, so we're out here in the CPP file. Oh, it pasted in nicely. Good deal, although I need some formatting help here. These are all members of the date class. Members of the date class. And so I put that in there, and now I'm going to spend a lot of time working on formatting. Oh well, that's what a programmer's life is. Right, so get everything nice and neat. Right, these are all top-level things, and let's just start at the top. So set month really just says my month is equal to the data that appeared in the parameter, and skip on between functions. My day is equal again to that parameter that was sent in. Oops, I'm missing space. Move it down. Don't forget my semicolon there. Okay, get rid of the semicolon. My year, oops, there's my capital there, is equal to the data that was sent in. For the getters, we're returning the value that's stored. Right, I guess for a month, day, and a year, I could have called it D or M or something like that. But I try to be consistent with the my so that I know that this is the name of the variable. Okay, so now I have them all in here. My setters and getters. Save it. Let's see if it compiles. I just made a whole bunch of changes. So, oh, good. Compiles. Nothing looks different. Yeah, I put the stuff in there, but I don't know that it works. So I have to test it out with main. So let me go mess with main and let's see if it works. So let's set month to be July. Set day to be the 4th. Set year to be, let's go back in time, to be 1776. So let's save that. I can write it, I can exit. What happens when I run it? Oh, no, well, yeah, if I run it, nothing changes. Let me remember to compile it first, then run it. There we go. That's changed. Let's move it along. Let's use the get dates and set dates together. Nope, wrong. Didn't go up far enough. That's the one I want. So we know that that worked. Let's do d.set month to d.get month plus 1. Right, so what it'll do is it'll get whatever the month is, which should be 7, add 1 to the 7, and then set the month to be 8. And do d.set day equals d.get day plus 1. And d.set year d.get year plus 1. Okay, so we've tested all 6 of the functions that we've written, the assessor functions. Let's compile it. Well, everything works. Let's run it. 8.5.1777. Yep, that's what it should be. Right? Because 7 add 1 becomes 8, 4 add 1 becomes 5, 1776 becomes 1777. Okay, thank you.